Right, here we go. So, moment of truth. Hi all, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some modifications to my Porsche Cayman. Some of you that follow me on Instagram, which will kind of show up somewhere on the screen, will probably have seen what's going to be happening today, or at least a little teaser. But for those of you that haven't, we're going to be fitting Underglow to my Porsche Cayman. Yep, that is exactly right. We're fitting neons to my Porsche. So, right. Yeah, so we're going to take you along for the journey. We're going to see what it looks like. I mean, I'm quite excited because I grew up through all the Fast and Furious franchise and movies, and one of those sort of guilty pleasures that people have. We're going to see what this looks like. I've got high hopes, but we'll see what everyone else thinks when it finally gets fitted. So without further ado, let's get started. Right, so I'm going to show you what's kind of included in the box. It cost me best part of 15 whole pounds, so you can imagine the quality of this is going to be absolutely impeccable. Come from my mate over in China through eBay, and we are dealing with a coloured car chassis lamp, which is interesting. It's not what the advert said, but hey ho, we'll deal with it. Went with the non-music option. I mean, I wasn't going to go that far, frankly, but we'll see how it fits. Maybe another video we'll swap it out and we'll get the music one going, and then see how many people we upset that way around. So anyway, get rid of that. Right, so what's included in the box? So I went with the 1.2 meter, I think, sides, because they do a few different kits depending on the size of car that you're going to be fitting them to. So you've got 1.2 meters for the side skirts, sort of covered in this sort of plastic, transparent plastic, like rubberized outer coating, and then sort of this fake 3M style sort of acrylic tape on the back. We then have the smaller ones, which I think are 0.9 meter for the front and rear. So hopefully they're big enough. I think they should be fine. I mean, we've got no idea what this is going to look like, so we'll just go with it anyway. And then some of these are like modular, which would have been much better for ease of assembly, because I'm thinking some of the cabling on this might not actually be long enough, so we might have to get out the soldering iron and start splicing together some wires. But they all go into this, which is sort of the LED driver controller, and then I don't know what this is for. Oh, that's for the controller, and then you've got this, which is currently like into like a 12 volt socket in the car, but then it also comes with this, which is like a hardwired version, which is probably this will be the version I use, I think, because the battery's in the front of the car. So it'll just be easier just to rig it all up straight into that, and the longer cable as well would probably be quite helpful. Right, we'll plug it in quickly just to see what this looks like. So, right, that is on. Then this is the controller it comes with. Kind of got on, off, brightness up and down, various colours. It says that it's got the music stuff on the bottom, but I'm not entirely sure. I definitely didn't pay for it. Oh Jesus, look at that. Right, and then red, yeah, green, blue, white, orange, yellow, cyan. I mean, that was quite cool. Wouldn't mind my car actually in that colour, to be honest, like a sort of turquoisey cyan. And then purple, which is probably what we're going to be using. Brightness, does this work? I mean, kind of, yeah, it does. It just takes a while. Yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be full brightness. I mean, full or go home, frankly, with this sort of stuff. So we'll just wind that all the way back up to the top. Right, and then, jump. Oh, gee, disco mode. Fade. I mean, this is like Christmas in the garage at the moment, so, and then this music one, maybe it's just like a sequence. Oh, whoa, hang on. Oh, they sent me the music one anyway. Oh Jesus! Oh no! Oh, this is going to be absolute carnage. Oh bloody hell! Right, let's turn that off for the moment. Let's put it back on purple. Right, and off. Right, okay. Right, now we know what that's like. Slightly dubious now, but we're going to push on and we're going to see what this looks like. So without further ado, let's get this car jacked up. Right, so boom, just like that, up in the air. Probably might have to take the wheels off. And we're going to give it a go without at the moment. No lift in here, so it's all typical garage stuff. So I'm going to probably initially start with is probably just cleaning up all the contact surfaces, because I mean, fake 3M tape doesn't stick very well at the best of times. So I mean, anything we can do to help it, I think is going to be a good thing. So anyway, just going to go and do that quickly now. Tasty. Right, now that that's all done, I think it's time to start to lay this bad boy out. So let's get that one unplugged. As I say, I'm not entirely sure whether we're going to actually be able to fit with all the cabling and stuff. We might have to redo it. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to lay it all up right now. Right, so from sort of laying it out and seeing kind of where all the cables go, I'm thinking I'm going to have to try and mount this little box piece somewhere. So I'm thinking best place is actually to go in through where the headlight is, which will take me into the front and then to the battery, and then hopefully I can tie it out of the way somewhere in the wheel arch, and then that'll kind of give me a central position to then get it kind of around where it needs to be. So I'm thinking it'll come down under here, and then we'll be able to tie it to a few points all the way along. Might have to drill a few tiny little holes. The rear one, I've got absolutely no idea where that's going to go, because of obviously the exhaust pipe and manifolds and stuff all sitting fairly close to where you potentially put it. Thinking it might not be the best place, but we're going to have to just see. So, right, looks like I'm going to have to take the headlight out then. Right, so taking the headlights out, for any of you that haven't done this, this is unbelievably straightforward. So first thing to do, pop up the trunk and open it up, and you're met with this. What you should have is, just put the key up here. Right, behind this little compartment here, you've got 2 tabs on each side, and behind there is where your air compressor and other various bits and bobs are. But what you really want to find is this little box down here, which looks like this, and then open that up, you're met with screwdriver, spanner, and then you've got this kind of weird little tool here. Now this is crucial for getting these out. It's got a little sort of hex point at the end, a little handle here, and then what you do is you've got this little fixing here, kind of screw and pull at the same time. One hand, a bit difficult. And then once that's done, you can pull it out. Looks like this. Things, put that up here for safekeeping. Then behind here, what you've got is this little rubber piece here, which you can just pop straight out, just like so. And then you've got this hole, which is where you want to chuck this little thing in. So it's difficult to kind of see inside, really, because I haven't got the light on. But what you'll find is there's a smaller hole, just like that, on the inside of this one. And inside there, there's going to be, it takes a little bit, sometimes do it the first time, other times it's going to take you a couple of minutes to find it.
Oh! Because
you've got to line up that little hex thing. But basically, put this in just until it catches. Has to be on video, this takes forever. There we go. Right. And once it's in place, you'll feel like some resistance, and then look at the headlight. So I'm twisting this way. Can't really see my other finger. this way. And then, as you can see, as you do it, the headlight just pops out. And then what you'll do is you'll get to a point where you can't physically twist it anymore. And then what that does is it allows you to then grab the headlight, and then voila, just like so, that is it. One headlight removed. This is the same deal on the Gen 1 like Boxsters of the same year and stuff. And then this is what that little screw thing should be able to do, is probably mount this thing somewhere around this back piece down here, kind of out of the way, just sort of like cable tie it to something, sit it in there, and then I should, in theory then, be able to run a cable. I think I can see some daylight at the bottom. I could run a cable all the way up to the top, or even out down here. Actually, yeah, down here is going to be better. So I'll run it under here, up through this little gap in here, and then I'll run it up the underside of this, and then under this piece, and then the battery sits just under this compartment in here, and so that will then just plug it all straight in. Yeah, so anyway, so that's removing the headlight, really straightforward. Now we're going to get on to mounting that little thing. So, just to show you how this is looking routed, it fits in quite nicely, quite nice and flush. Quite surprised really, all the way along to the end. Yeah, tucked up all the way down there. What I'm trying to do at the moment is get some light over it. Very dirty under here. Route it in probably under this fender lining, all the way up over the top, around the corner, and then in through where it just shows it just in here, which then takes us, so saying inside, just in there, you can just see through. This there is where the box is at the moment, and then the cable this side, under here, up over here. It's going to run all the way up here, all the way under there, and then straight into where the battery is. Which one's best? Do need to extend one of the cables, which is going to be a pain in the arse, because where it's going to be, because I can't get it right in the middle of the car, because there's just no way unless I sort of drill through the front, which I'm not going to do. This one, unfortunately, for the other side won't reach, so I'm going to have to somehow extend the wires, but it is a 4-core wire, these little ones here, so if it focuses. So yeah, they're really, really tiny, so these are going to be a bit of a nightmare, but see how we go. So just dim the lights down a little bit, literally just finished kind of mocking the whole thing up, just kind of plugging everything in. Nothing's fully buttoned down yet, so I mean it's not properly connected to the battery, and cables are still dangling a little bit underneath because I need to find some sort of fixation points, but we're just gonna do our first like turn on just to see what this looks like. I'll just flip the camera around. Alright, here we go. So, moment of truth. Jeez. Oh man, look at that. Let's see if the other side's also lit up with the extension that I had to do. Yeah, oh man. Oh, this is going to look hilarious. Oh dear, right, let's just see if we can get a couple of different colours going as well. So, that's the cyan, which I think looks pretty cool as well. And then we got the purple, and then Christmas lights. Oh jeez, look at that. How ridiculous. Right, let's go back to purple. Okay, right, so next stage, going to be tying up all the cables, as you can see, dangling down still a little bit. Need to just tie them all in, just ever so slightly, and then get all this cabling sorted out, get it all tidied up so that you can't actually tell that it's in there. And in the next video we'll see it with wheels on the ground, ready to go. Right, here we go, moment of truth. Wheel back on the ground. Needs to settle ever so slightly. but we're just going to go and turn these on. Wow. Oh man, that is going to upset a lot of people. So as you might notice, I didn't actually manage to get the rear ones on. Didn't have enough cable in the end, so that's something that I'm probably going to have to do tomorrow if I get a chance, and then I can get some pictures up of that. But that looks absolutely hilarious. Let's see if we can just get the light off as well quickly. Full effect. Oh man, awesome. And then yeah, with the old LED lights on the front as well. Awesome. So we have it fully fitted, looking sick. Going to be taking probably a couple pictures, so they'll end up going up on my Instagram as a show. I'll put the little whatever bio somewhere on the screen. Yeah, cheers for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe and like and comment and all of that stuff that YouTubers normally say. So then yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.